For many decades, black bears lived deep within the forest, rarely appearing near humans. But in recent years, that boundary has gradually blurred. Trash bins are overturned, gardens disturbed, livestock pens forced open after a single quiet night. As encounters become more frequent, communities are compelled to seek a more proactive solution. Not confrontation, but control. The starting point lies not in action, but in observation. Bears do not move randomly. They have strong memories, can recall food sources, and often return to locations that once provided benefits. Bears appear at nearly fixed time frames, often skirting the forest edge, avoiding overly open areas and approaching from directions with ample cover. Claw marks on tree trunks, deep footprints pressed into damp soil, and overturned logs in search of insects become a detailed behavioral map. Once movement patterns are identified, the control plan begins to be implemented. Instead of using highly disruptive measures, the team selects a targeted trapping system designed to leverage the bear's own habits. Unlike older approaches based on immediate reaction, this method aims for selective control, reducing risks for both humans and animals. The first step is site assessment. The selected area is neither close to residential homes nor too deep in the forest, but at an intermediate point where bears typically pause before entering populated zones. Sturdy steel posts are driven deep into the ground to create a fixed framework. Reinforced mesh is stretched around the perimeter, though not immediately activated. In the initial phase, the structure remains open, with bait placed at the center to allow the bears to grow accustomed to it. The bait used is not unfamiliar food, but natural sources such as ripe fruit or lightly fermented grains. The key factor is not quantity, but placement. The bait is positioned deep inside the trap area, requiring the bear to step fully inside to access it. Throughout the entire process, safety remains the top priority. The distance from residential areas to the trap site is sufficient to minimize the risk of unexpected encounters. A remote alert system enables the control team to monitor the status in real time. When the trap is activated, the specialized team promptly arrives to carry out the next steps in accordance with local regulations. After being stabilized within the controlled space, the bear's health condition is assessed. Some individuals may be fitted with tracking devices before being released back into deeper forest areas where contact with humans is less likely. In special cases, authorities may relocate them to suitable conservation areas. The objective is not elimination, but behavioral adjustment and the re-establishment of a safe distance. The targeted trapping method represents a significant shift in how humans interact with wildlife. Instead of reacting after damage has occurred, communities move toward proactive, data-driven management. Each footprint, each claw mark, each camera sighting becomes valuable information. As a result, control is no longer a single action, but a systematic process. In many rural areas, residents are gradually recognizing that ecological balance does not sustain itself without appropriate management. When artificial food sources are too easily accessible, bears adapt quickly. Therefore, alongside trap deployment, preventive measures are strengthened. Bear-resistant trash bins, reinforced livestock feed storage, and low-voltage electric fencing installed around orchards. As night falls and the forest edge grows quiet, the system continues operating silently. No noise, no display. Only careful preparation grounded in observation and data. In a context where the boundary between wilderness and residential areas is steadily narrowing, this scientific and humane approach is gradually becoming the new standard for bear management, a necessary step to protect both the community and the ecosystem.
In many regions, bears have become a major issue for agriculture and the natural environment. As bear populations increase, they can cause serious damage to crops, infrastructure, and pose risks to human safety. Bears can carry pathogens and spread diseases to livestock and native wildlife. Bear trapping, when carried out properly, can be an effective and sustainable method to control bear populations without relying on temporary measures or causing long-term harm to ecosystems. Wild bears are among the animals with a very wide range of habitats, from dense forests to agricultural land. However, when bears enter human living areas, especially rural regions, they damage crops, attack livestock, and destroy property. In some cases, bears have even begun appearing in cities, where people live, creating dangerous situations that threaten not only property but also community safety. The presence of bears further exacerbates concerns related to food security and public health. One of the key factors in bear trapping is strategic and systematic planning. Studies show that bears tend to move along familiar routes or near areas with abundant food sources. This makes trapping more effective when focused on their movement corridors. Similar to wild boars, bears can establish fixed travel paths, and controlling their return is essential to preventing ongoing damage.
The nuts and leaving the breads. I always approach it cautiously. They can get pretty surly and close, so let's move in here. Should have put no bait in.
Traps placed in strategic locations, especially in areas where bears frequently travel, help reduce damage without the need for reactive or short-term responses. Traps can be deployed in zones that bears regularly visit. Once bear movement patterns are identified, traps help prevent repeated incursions and minimize the level of destruction. Influencing bear behavior by disrupting established habits can reduce long-term impacts, even if not every bear is captured. In practice, breaking the cycle of repeated return can significantly reduce damage without the need to capture all individuals. Strategically placed traps not only reduce damage but also help protect community stability and environmental balance. An important aspect of using traps is ensuring compliance with official wildlife management procedures. This includes humane trap use, adherence to legal regulations, and safety standards. The handling of captured bears must follow local regulations and humane principles, ensuring human safety while minimizing unnecessary ecological impact. After implementing bear trapping programs, field reports have shown a significant reduction in bear presence in rural areas. This demonstrates that a structured and responsible management strategy is far more effective than extreme approaches. Using traps to manage bear populations not only reduces damage but also protects the environment and maintains the stability of rural communities. Bear trapping is not a temporary solution but a long-term and systematic strategy. When properly implemented, with careful planning and adherence to humane procedures, traps can help control bear population growth without harming the natural environment. With cooperation between wildlife management authorities and local communities, bear management can become more effective and sustainable, protecting agriculture, infrastructure, and the stability of rural communities.